Oh, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Something unique today. Something unique today. I'm actually going to turn Warlock bot. Probably be streaming, like officially streaming, later, but wanted to give you guys a bit of a behind the scenes of how I create demos. Not a lot of audio files. There will be a lot more. Okay. I'm working on one of my students, Michael.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do.
Okay, so we need to fix his audio a little bit. You can actually see like these little minor breaks in here. So we want to break up some of that audio. Do 100% noise reduction and reduce it by about 5 decibels. See if that gives us a little bit better. Some minor hitching in the front.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do.
Yeah, I don't. Why is this? Oh. Control Shift O toggles my overlay. That's. But let's see. Back to that multi-track. See if that cleans it up.
Hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Yeah. But we're gonna go ahead and zoom in on this waveform here. Put that down. We want this to. We really want it to punch right about here. And we'll have intro music and like sound effects.
Hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are. Truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Okay, decent start so far. We really want to get something short in the beginning that kind of leads into this really punchy sound. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we think is gonna fit in there. I think something kind of suspenseful. I've got an entire resource of free music, free audio stuff that I use to really. There we go. Let's go ahead and filter by. I'm looking for dark right now. Like. Not terrible. Yeah, that's not too bad. So let's go ahead and drop this volume down just a touch. Yeah. Okay. So what we're gonna try is let's see if we can't get.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
No. So what we want to do, we've got to figure out something that's going to give us a good. Hmm. Actually, that's not terrible. I'm gonna plug that in. Yeah, I'm gonna plug that in. And we're gonna get it like super drawn down. Yeah, this is just like a hangout talk stream. So if you guys wanna hang out and talk, that would be awesome. I mean, no requirements, of course, but kind of the point. So let's actually do this as the full thing, just to kind of see how that's gonna pop you up.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Okay, so let's see if there's a portion of the song that we. Not particularly, which I mean, I like the intro, but not. This one's also awesome. So I'm basically grabbing clips of sounds and stuff that's gonna make the demo sound like it's getting pulled from games, animation, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and. Download. There we go. Let's go ahead and move this one out of the way. We've got a nice little resource of a bunch of different stuff. Let's slot this one in. Just kind of.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Okay, that's actually not too bad. Let's go ahead and slot that in. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it that little punch.
To do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. It's a cause that I'm willing to die for.
I'm actually going to stretch this just slightly.
Any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Okay, so I actually need barely tweak this. So you can actually see on this waveform right here where that big old fucking spike is. That's where that beat starts kicking. I don't want that sound
to die for.
Yeah. Let's stretch you just a hair longer, not much. Then we're gonna start fading you. because we will be adding, of course,
There's no need to
sound
hide any
effects
longer.
over
I know
the
the
top.
truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Okay, yeah, so that nice little fade out. So what we want to do is we want to decide what we're going to do for the next set. So, really the biggest thing with it... Oh, thank you, Nick, for the host. The biggest thing with producing a quality demo is you want to have good variety, you want to have strong voices to lead off. You really want it to be a complement. You never want the effects or anything to overpower the music that you're doing. Akdon. Thank you, host. Yeah, this is a just chatting stream, by the way, so like feel free to comment and talk, and I'm just here to talk about random shit while I'm working because I have to do work anyways. So, which one is this one again?
Sit down.
And Doc with a Glock.
Save lives, they said. If they want to be like that, then
This one's gonna be a little bit...
bring it! The gun-toting medicine put in Doc with a Glock as her...
For some reason, a lot of these guys... That's okay. So I've already pretty much... Oki's raiding with a party of 7. Oki raid we demand. Head pats acquired. Head pats have been demanded. Yeah, I'm just doing a just chatting stream while I'm working. Little Macaroni hosted with 1. Holy shit! Thank you so much. I thought I was just talking to myself for the longest time. Well, I'm live because I'm working on a demo anyways, and I figured some people might want to check out like the behind the scenes of what goes on and how I create one of these. I'm planning to like actually go live, probably after this, depending upon how much work that I get done. But I'm showing how something gets created.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Michael, I'm working on your demo. Everybody, say hi to Michael JBVA. This is actually his demo that I'm working on. Because I've been in training like the last 2 weeks, I haven't been able to work on it. And so that is what I'm doing today. So Michael, I don't know if you're allowed to be here. I mean, if you want to hear how I created as I go, that's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna narc on that. But yeah, so like I was saying, is you really want to have strong voices up front first. And Michael does a really good job with that. I am going back through and still cleaning up some of the audio. You can actually see right here. I know it just looks like a straight green line. Mac, work with me. You know you loved our classes. But anyways, you can see how there's a little bit of within this pattern. Some of the green line is a little bit thicker in spots. It's basically a bit of the background noise bleeding through. And we want to fix that. So like this section, you can really see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take that section. We're going to analyze it. So you can see that it's got a little bit of this threshold. We only want to reduce this probably by about 3 decibels, give or take. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and that'll smooth it out just a little bit.
Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made.
Did you? Oh, that's harsh. That's fucking harsh. Screw you. But so we want to make sure that everything blends together and sounds pretty uniform.
Comrades.
Because you want them to be about the same
that
volume.
I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing.
Okay, so I've actually got a really cool little piece for this one that I like a lot. We are gonna have to do, I think, a bit of doctoring in order to make it fit. So this is where knowing how to merge audio is really important. So we're gonna go ahead and get this merged here. You had a blast? Well then come back, do more.
Then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing.
Okay, so actually, I'm gonna do a different lead in. I'm gonna lead in from here, and then drop the volume a little. Let's go ahead and get you bled in right about here. We're gonna drop the volume just a touch. You don't know what to record or do next? That's my job. That's my job, is to help you with that stuff. Actually, I did 2.5 hours worth of video games today, so that was fun.
If it protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing.
Okay, yeah, so I actually really like right about where that finishes. We're gonna fade it out. I'm gonna raise Michael's voice, touch on this one. Okay, so what we really care about is good, solid transitions, like a very clear entry point. So,
if laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing.
okay, so with this one in particular, with this file, because it's a much softer, much quieter voice, it's the vocal style. We're gonna bump it up, probably to +9 decibels, and see how that.
To die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made.
That's a
lunch
little
is in
bit
the oven,
smoother.
and the house is nice and toasty.
Okay, so let's hear the
It's
end.
raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing.
Yeah, okay, so that's a good fade out. So far, I mean, you can just see how scattered my workbench is at the current moment. Yeah, you should have hung out with us last night. You should have done it, Mac. So you have no excuses. You got to do it today. Got to do it. You got to play Phasmo. God, I look so pasty white. It's because my light is super bright, so I'm not dying. So weird. Then I've got Doc with a Glock. So for those of you who've heard me do Doc with a Glock, I wrote that for Michael. It was actually part of one of his classes. I wrote that for Michael, and he did it so well that I was like, we should, yeah, the demo. So what is it? This stinger though? I don't remember what music this is. I do remember what music it is. Doc with a Glock. Doc with a Glock is gonna be interesting. I think we're probably gonna do like funny, whimsical style for it, but let's go ahead and hear the transition.
Fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun-toting instant put in Doc with a Glock is ready to rumble!
Oh, never mind. Dude, I was gonna do whimsical. But let's drop the volume down just slightly on this. Let's drop that down. Ooh, you fired some guns. So fire all guns with our backs against the wall. That's the new song that I'm working on, by the way. But anyways, so I love this transition, and also you can tell, one of the things you can tell about audio is if you look at the waveform. This is a waveform. Look how quiet this one is, which is why I had to raise it all the way up here. Look at how far I had to drop this one down because Michael was screaming his guts out in a booth.
Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun-toting instant put in Doc with a Glock is ready to rumble!
Okay. There's a couple of things we definitely have to do though. First things first, we gotta move you up just slightly. Isn't that beautiful?
Then bring it! The gun-toting instant put in Doc with a Glock is ready to rumble!
Okay, so then we're gonna take this volume, we gotta drop it down.
then bring it! The gun-toting medicine put in dog with a clock is ready to rumble!
So we do need to minimize that. In fact, we're actually going to open this up. We got to do the exact same. Doctoration. Okay. Let's analyze. In fact, let's reduce this one a little bit more. Let's do it by 7 and change.
Be a doctor, they said.
Yeah, I already have the part that I want. So I'm going to merge that right about there. Want that stinger to kick in literally right from this point.
Bring it! The gun-toting medicine put in dog with a clock is ready to rumble!
Okay, we want this to fade out a little bit less.
Gun-toting medicine put in dog with a clock is ready to rumble!
Okay, there we go. Because basically the back half of this, we're gonna merge other music into it. But now we got to figure out what we want to go in here.
Fine, if they want to be like that.
Because there's going to be a small little piece that merges in right here. So let's see. What we got. Now, I've done that one before. Cooking with Italians. I kind of want to do that. I really want to do that. There's a 15-second stinger and I want to hear it. Okay, I'm making an executive fucking decision. We're going with that. That's fucking glorious. That is so fucking good. Michael, I'm making an executive decision. We're screwing that stinger. We're absolutely tossing this in. It's so great. We are definitely gonna have to like kill the volume though.
Then bring it! The gun-toting medicine put in dog with a clock is ready to rumble!
I'm so excited. It's called Cooking with Italians. No, God, okay. Okay. Let's just listen.
Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun-toting medicine put in dog with a clock is ready to rumble!
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we haven't answered the question of what's gonna go in the middle. We still haven't answered that question. I might actually fill that up with sound effects, like some ambiance. But first things first. This is always the hard part, is trying to figure out exactly where to like fade it.
Is ready to rumble! Is ready to rumble! Rumble!
Yeah, there we go. We're gonna basically fade out most of this. But yes, I am very excited about this. So we do want to get it lined up as close to perfect as we can. Right about here.
If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun-toting medicine put in dog with a clock is ready to rumble!
Okay, so we're gonna take back. Right about.
Toting medicine put in dog with a clock is ready to rumble!
Yeah, okay. Because we're gonna merge other music, but we still we still gotta figure out what's gonna go in that section. So, how we probably want that is, hey, there's a partying in Russia. Does the 15-second stinger have that hey? I don't know which I like better. I don't know which one I like better. Holy shit. Okay, so this is such a problem. I love all of these. They're so fucking fantastic. We might have to come back to that. Also, why is this thing so fucking loud? Holy shit. My ears are killing me. By the way, this is the majority of me putting demos together, is me just finding things and then looping voices over the top of them. It's I used that in Ginny's demo. They're all so good, but I think I can use the intro to this. I think I can use the intro to this. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna drop the entire waveform file in. And I really only need like the first fucking. So.
Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gods hunting medicine!
It's so good. It's so good. Listen
Poor
to this.
thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gods hunting medicine put in dog with a clock is ready to rumble!
It's so solid. It's so fucking solid. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm crying. I'm fucking crying. What a fucking... Okay.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gods hunting medicine put in dog with a clock is ready to rumble!
I'm gonna have this big old loud in there. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so fucking good. I have so many like audio files just all over the place in this fucking thing. And I've also got 24 channels. That should be fun. What is this one? Here, I'm gonna mute everything down here real quick.
Come here, child. Sit down.
Your old man.
Wings!
Ah! That's really loud. Holy shit.
They tore off my wings!
Okay. I'm trying to remember what everything fucking is. But yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with it. Like it's a very, very, very rudimentary start. Like I've got to go in and I've got to properly mix every audio file to its correct music type. So right now what I have up here is just kind of generic mixing at the current moment. But
there's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty.
I think I'm gonna bump the audio on this one up even.
Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun's hunting medicine put in stock with the clock is ready to rumble!
Yeah. So in this particular one, what we're gonna do is first off, we gotta go ahead and get this one mixed. And I want to go into mastering. And I think we want to do a mid enhancer. We want to raise his mids a little bit. And then I'm also going to pop in and let's see. Sorry. Let's give you a tube model. Sir. We're going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a apply. A lot of this, by the way.
Want to be like that? Then bring it! The gun's hunting medicine put in stock with the clock is ready to rumble!
Yeah. Compensate.
If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun's hunting medicine put in stock with the clock is ready to rumble!
Yeah. Hello there, Castiel. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. How have you been? How have you been? Holy crap, we actually have quite a few people in here. Just hanging out. Having a good old time. It's good to see you guys. I don't know if this is entertaining at all. I'm literally just like working and like talking with you. So, I mean, maybe it's an opportunity to see behind the creative mind of all the madness. So what we want to do at this stage is let's go ahead. This one in so we're gonna do something kind of similar, but we want to go and he's fucking mastering. We want to make this one a little bit different. We want to go ahead and give this one a little bit of room for vocals. Oh wait, nope, my bad. A little bit of subtle clarity. Yes, I did hear that you did that. I did hear that you got a new job. Congratulations on that. We are going to go and answer Michael is obviously a male.
Sit down, sit down.
Yep, so apply. So that'll buff those up a little bit, which is good. We're gonna go back into our multi-track, and we might have to readjust his volume on this down now.
Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine.
I'm also very much planning to put a meow in there. Mittens fell from the sky. Meow. It's gonna be great. Okay.
There's no need to hide any longer.
Okay, this is the one that's gonna not necessarily give me the most trouble, but I do have to go in and we have to make sure this is gonna have a little bit of subtle clarity. We're gonna go ahead and do a compressor on this one as well. I want that low to mid enhancer on here.
I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do.
Yeah. I don't think I want any reverb yet. We might do some reverb here in a second. Filtering.
If laying down my life protects.
I'm gonna apply that. You can see how much it changes that fucking waveform. Go back to the multi-track. Take this.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made.
Okay, in this one I can hear a breath where... it's this. I don't want that. So... goodbye.
Sit down,
Nope, I need to go back in there. I need to not nuke that as much. I need to just burn it out. The breath adds a little bit of ambiance, but it was a little too loud.
Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun's hunting medicine put in stock with the clock is ready to rumble!
Okay, it's coming together. It's coming together really well. Really well. What do we want to do next? What is this one again?
Come here, child.
Oh, that's your old man. This one is going to be a little bit difficult.
Come here.
So you can see once again we've got those kind of bucky waveforms, and we wanna fix those. So get those nuked a little bit.
Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. The most terrifying part of all of this is they looked like you and me.
This in the back end. I'm gonna nuke this in the up front. Okay, so let's go ahead and we want to a little bit of mastering on this. Once again, subtle clarity. That's just gonna bring it up a little bit. We don't want the reverb too much, especially on something like this. So let's go ahead and get that in there. Now, what we really want to do is we do want to add a pretty good...
Come here, child. Sit down.
Okay, so far so solid. Yeah, 3 days before you're off again. I'm very sorry that. Okay. Male vocal enhancer again.
Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors.
Okay.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. They looked like you and me.
Oh, that actually, weirdly enough, I think...
The most terrifying part of all this is they looked like you and me.
What am I doing? I am working on Michael's demo. I am supposed to be working today, which is what I'm doing. But I figured if I was going to do it, then maybe there was people out there that would be interested kind of in the behind the scenes process of how much work I put into one of these. I'm not going to do it all tonight because it normally takes me about 8 to 9 straight hours to like tweak and get things exactly where I want it. But so far, what we've got is Michael and I about 3 weeks ago recorded lines, and then I unfortunately got extremely busy and haven't been able to work on it. It is a lot of work. A lot of it is listening and then replaying back and then listening. You don't see why now? Because I can do whatever the fuck I want. Whatever the fuck I want to. But yeah, I mean, I was planning to do this anyways, and I was like, hey, people might pop in and just check it out and go from there. So yeah, Oh no. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant.
Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. The most terrifying part of all this is they looked like you and me.
Okay, I don't know if I like this ending very much. Nothing that Michael did wrong. I just
Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men.
I think I do want to have the bloodthirsty beasts part in there.
Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts.
So what we're doing, Madden and typing don't mix. Hey, you're good, man. You're good. I was actually playing a little bit of Madden earlier. So what we want to do for this is we really want to have that not necessarily whimsical, but we want that dark sort of suspenseful atmosphere. Yeah, wait till I start adding sound effects. Like really what makes a good demo is you want it to sound like it's ripped directly from a game you've been in, from an anime, from a movie, things like that. Like the whole point of it is to showcase what does my voice sound like in the event that I get cast in a project. I'll give you an example. I'm gonna go to my website real quick, and I'll use Jenny's demo that because I think it's the most recent one that I've done. And it sounds like this.
Don't stand in my way, Corin. I'm not that weak little girl anymore. I will push past my limits and show you that my Akido is worthy. Ah! I swear to God, if I find one more frog in my sleeping bag, I'm turning in my membership to the guild. Stop being so lame. It's not like the giant mechazoid race from the legends is gonna... Oh, crap. I take that back. Find cover!
The things we fight for, the people we believe in, they don't just go away. We hold them in our hearts and make damn sure they are honored with our actions. Draw your sword, demon. This is my battle now.
Hiya, mister! You wouldn't happen to be looking for a once-in-a-lifetime deal on vacuum cleaners, would you?
Aren't you like 5?
Who said 5 is too young to start a business? Times are tough, see? I gotta put food on the table, same as you. So, buy the vacuum before things get ugly.
Please, don't eat that toadstool. It's known to turn the consumer into a dung beetle. Oh, for the love of...
More. I gotta give more. I need that last cookie! Oh, if it isn't Goody Two-Shoes. I see you made it out of the fire in one piece. A shame it took you so long. It would have been so much fun for you to join our little date.
Yeah, that's Jenny's. I did Jenny's. I've done a couple of Michael's before. I've done ones for Whitney. I've done one for Shelby. Shelby's was really fun. But yeah, Shelby's was really, really fun. In fact, I've got. Is this a teaser of? Hang on, I've got one of Shelby. Why is my bite-size sample not working? But yeah, anyways, the point being is whenever you create a demo, part of it is like understanding what people are looking for in terms of sound. So it's not just enough to have like
There's no need to hide any longer.
good music and good voiceover. Part of it is like you want ambiance. You want it to feel like it's part of a world that's alive. And that's always the tricky thing, is you have to really figure out exactly what you're looking for. Like, what sort of vision do you have? And when you work with talent like I do, you are trying to figure out, okay, how can I utilize what they are naturally good at, things we have worked on, and make a showcase that is going to demonstrate that. Because a demo needs to be working for you. It's like you're telling a story. If you have a demo and you are not actively using it, then why the fuck do you have a demo? A demo is supposed to help you book work. Like, that's the whole point of it. It's a showcase. It's like a resume. It's a vocal resume. So what I'm trying to do with Michael's demo currently is give a vocal resume of what Michael can and cannot do. And hopefully the list of what he can't do is very small.
God's hunting medicine put in stock with a clock is ready to rumble! Come here, child.
Actually, you know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking of moving this to the beginning. So in order to do that, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna select all of these. I want to, no, gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Sometimes you are so annoying. Yeah, we're gonna move you all to the right. I think I'm gonna do Michael's first because it's like, hey, we're telling a story, like, so have it lead in with something
child.
like this.
Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts.
Okay, so what we want is I really want like suspenseful, like there's an imminent threat, stuff like that. In fact, okay, so let me paint you my picture. Let me paint you my vision. You're sitting on a boat or a raft. And this old man with a hood up, and he's got a lantern sitting next to him, and you hear the waves and you hear the creaking of the boat. And it's dark, it's a little bit foggy, it's getting cold, like it's the start of fall, and you hear this.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men.
And you just hear the waves and the creaking,
beasts.
Wind in the trees a little bit. You can see where I'm going with this. You can see where I am going with this. Yeah, we're doing this. Okay. Yeah, so, but part of it is you only have 8 to 12 seconds to convey a story. Like, that's really the hardest thing about a demo is you have 8 to 12 seconds per character in order to try and tell a story that people are going to understand. That's really where the difficulty lies. I'm gonna move you over to here. Yeah, because most demos are between a minute to a minute and a half long, like tops, and normally they have 6 to 9 characters, so you don't have a lot of time per character. So let's go ahead and pop this in. We're gonna do our fade real quick.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts.
Yeah, I do want this audio up just a bit because I really want that sonorous, like, underlying sound.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts.
Somebody's got a squeaky tire out there. Okay. So now I can take all of these back and move them back over to here.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down.
So every single one of these characters that we worked on with Michael is part of a story. Not like the same story, but every single one is like telling their life story in a sentence. You've got a very princely character. You've got this adventurer saying like, hey, join us at the fire. You've got this crazy
If
doctor.
you want to be like that, then bring it! The guns hunting medicine put in stock with the clock is ready to rumble!
But you can see where that starts to take shape a little bit. Where as you're building and fleshing out these characters, you're taking little bits and pieces and you're implementing them into how you want the world. You're creating a world within a demo. So it's one of the things that I love the most. So what else do I have? Is this Tore Off My Wings? Is that this one?
Swords of my ancestors.
No, that's swords. Also, Michael, I think you said shards instead of swords, and I didn't catch it at the time.
Swords of my
No, you said swords, but it'll work. What is the full thing of this?
Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder!
Okay, so I think we're gonna go with this first part, but I really got to fix this audio. We're gonna have to add about 10 decibels.
Swords of my ancestors.
So now that we got that, we're gonna go in, master this. We're gonna do mid enhancer on this.
Swords of my ancestors.
Except I edit that because I do not want that much reverb. I want a little bit of extra gain.
Rain down and bury this world.
Okay. We're gonna do a tube model compressor on here. We want a little bit more punch.
Your prayers cannot
No, I do not want.
save you. In this world, God.
We'll drop the volume down here and just. But hang on, let's have some
God doesn't
fun.
listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
Aggressive flange.
Swords of my ancestors.
That's really loud. Vocal thickening.
Rain down and bury this world. Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder. Swords of my ancestors. Rain down and bury this world. Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then what we're gonna do is we pop back in and so fail. We're gonna hit apply.
So
Okay. Pop back into the multi-track because what I want is ending. That's gonna be really loud, so I'm gonna drop.
prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
Okay. So in this instance, now that we've got that applied, we do want to do some reverb. So we want to apply. Let's do.
Swords of my ancestors. Rain down and bury.
I updated my Twitch so it wouldn't. What? Gosh dang it. I literally updated everything and it says no worries. I'm not surprised. Like occasionally like my Twitch refuses to update. Yeah, I'm working on a demo. So for those of you who were wondering, I'm working on a demo. No, this is new Phasmo. I'm working on the sound effects for Phasmo. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But anyways, back to
You.
this.
In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak.
Okay, we want to drop that room size down.
Bow before the thunder.
Gosh dang it. Okay, let's get that surround.
Swords of my ancestors. Rain down and bury this world.
Okay, Have fun. I'll be doing like regular stream stuff here in a bit, but right now I wanted to show people a little bit of the behind the scenes process of creating a demo.
Bow! Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder!
Okay, I'm probably gonna do more editing on that. But I wanna have this like electrical field. Hello there, Randy, the hell of a lizard fanboy. Welcome, welcome. This is what we got going so far though, guys.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The guns hunting medicine put in stock with the clock is ready to rumble! Your prayers cannot save you.
Yeah, okay, so I do need to fix Vietnam War flashbacks. Okay, so
Prayers cannot.
let's go ahead and pop back in. Yeah, so far it's really good. So far it's pretty damn solid. I can't really complain.
Not save you in this world.
Okay, so I want to make this a little bit more of a wrong one. A little bit more of a
To the weak.
okay. And go ahead and drop our perception down.
Bow before the thunder.
Okay, time a little bit faster.
Swords of my ancestors, rain down and bury this world.
Thank you.
Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
Okay, so I can still hear some pretty good screen space reflection, or not, audio. Been doing too much audio.
In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow.
If a Newgrounds character doesn't get a FNF mod, they are considered useless by people. Unfortunately, I have no say in that. But okay, let's go ahead and pop back and listen to.
Is ready to rumble. Your prayers cannot save you.
Okay. It's still a little tinny. Like it's got this really high sharp pitch to it. So what I want to do on that is no, I need to go to E. I really want to drop the highs.
In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
Drop that 8K in that.
Swords of my ancestors.
That's better. Okay. Slide. Okay, we're gonna have like really cool music for that. But what is this stinger? I don't remember. Okay. And then this one is, I think, wings, isn't it? Is this they tore off my wings?
Changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong.
No. I totally forgot that that character was even in here. Oops. Oops. This wings? Yeah, that's wings. Okay. Okay. No worries, we're making progress. Trying to keep track of audio files is an absolute nightmare. We are going to have this guy be up next. Good job, teacher. Hey, you know what? Fuck off. Like, it's been 3 weeks since I recorded this shit. 3 weeks since I recorded Michael, and like it's it's not as easy as it looks. Not as easy as it looks. I don't even know if it looks easy. Okay, so what are we thinking for?
Prayers cannot save you.
I'm thinking.
Save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder. Prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
Oh. Oh. No. Don't have a problem with anybody playing Roblox. Play what makes you happy. Play what makes you happy. I really like this right here. Yeah.
Listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
That's gonna be solid. That's gonna be real fucking solid. Yeah. So we're gonna have to time that pause pretty close. But in that, we're just gonna have this big old fucking crack of lightning, rolling thunder, and just yeah. Sorry, I get really excited when I hear something and I'm like, bingo. Like I know what I want. It's this section right here that I'm after. So up to about here. Oh. It's gonna sound really good. It's gonna sound really good, I think. See, I need this crack right as it comes on in. So okay. Right now we're just kind of messing around with stuff, so the timing's not gonna be perfect.
Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before.
No, okay, so I need this to be here.
Put it stuck with a clock as they're ready to rumble. Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
Okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a couple of spikes. So you'll see what I mean here in a second. I'm gonna raise that to about here. This. Okay. So we get that nice, hopefully big drop in volume just right here. I want a big old square fucking. Kind of square.
Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna make this really punchy. In fact, what we'll probably raise.
Prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
That's gonna be so good. That's gonna be so fucking solid. But we have to do some doctoring on that. Like that we know. That we fucking. But that is That is gonna be really solid. In fact, you know what? I need like a really, no, that's a kitty. That's the exact same one that somebody just copied from somebody else. I just need like a big, that's not bad. 2 seconds. Oh, okay, I didn't even realize you were still here. Okay, we're gonna add our first sound effect just because I want to hear exactly how this is gonna hop on in. Okay, so we got a nice big old thunder crack right here, and I'm gonna have like an electrical lightning sound, but I want this to be rumbly.
Save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak.
No, that's way too loud. Holy shit. Oh, my ears.
Save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
That's gonna be good. Okay. And then I need like I need like an electrical pulse sound. No. Fuck no. That's not bad. I can use that. Hey, this is what this is. This is a lot of this. It's a lot of bouncing back and forth, getting an idea and going, oh shit. Like, I can make that fly. I've actually done quite a bit of smoothed over because I only need like the beginning portion of it.
In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak.
Drop the volume.
Save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder.
Yes, actually, I have finished demos. And in fact, Michael's first demo is a great example of this. I did Michael's first demo, and I completed it. And like 3 months later, I reached out to Michael and I was like, I want to do another demo for free. I will do it for free. Because I hate how this one turned out. I hate it. And he goes, okay. And so I did another demo for him. Yeah. I want this very loud crack of. I want this to be. So I have, yeah, I've done that a lot. That happens to me too. Drop that form sign down. This is where it starts getting real technical.
You. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder!
Okay, so I want to take both of these and move them slightly this direction. That up.
Listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder!
Yeah, it's gonna be solid. Yeah, it's sounding good so far. So far. There's still a lot of work to do, but we need to drop that sign out. Why are you doing this? Okay. What the hell? Fine. I'll cut you off.
Bow before the thunder!
Yeah. I don't know when it's not letting me fade it out. It just won't let me fade it out. That's okay. We'll figure that out. I can just drop the. In fact, that's what I'll take. Volume at the tail end. Here, there, and just sink it through the floor.
For the thunder!
Yeah. So far, so good, guys. We're making good progress. This is what we've got. Normally track 2 is going to be music and getting those interwoven. Track 3 is mainly sound effects. Track 4 is like AVP Extreme. Hey, yeah, it's been a long time, man. How you doing?
Come
Let's,
here, child.
from the top.
Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gods hunting medicine put in stock with the clock is ready to rumble! Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder!
Okay. So what I've got to do is on that bow, it's solid, but I need this to go up. I need the volume at the back half of this to just punch it in the face.
Listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder!
That's good. That's pretty solid. AVP, I'm doing good. I am doing good. Yeah, it's been a while. Had a surgery. Been very busy in life, but so far can't really complain. Cannot really complain. I'm trying to find. That's pretty good. That's exactly what I'm after. Nick, I'm pretty sure you only ever pop in my chat to say hi to people and then never say anything. I'm giving you shit. Oh, I don't think. Ah, Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. We've had like a pretty decent amount of people in here. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Seriously, it means a lot to little of me when people are like, "Yeah, we'll just hang out and bullshit and do." So I need some ship creaking sounds. Got. Okay. See what ambiance that.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down.
Yeah, let's listen to the first one again.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors.
I want a little bit more creaking. That's solid. Okay. So, really what we've got going on right now is we've got a pretty good, like, initial setup for how we want it to sound, how we want things to kind of flow together. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. This is at the part where I would start finalizing kind of how I have things together. But yeah, the creaking definitely needs to be boosted, and we're actually going to do that down in track number 4. So, and I think I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it a couple of times because I'm going to break them up a little. So I want a couple of these.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story.
Yeah, see, like, I only want, like, snippets of these. I'm gonna fade this one out there. Move to the next one. Fade that one in here.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men.
There, now you can start to hear it. Yeah. It's solid, isn't it? So it's part of it is like, don't just have one solid sound effect. Like, you want to add tone, you want to add ambiance. So we're going to pop this guy over a little bit more down. Okay, so let's give this a listen.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide any longer.
So I'm gonna add like a seagull in there. Like, you can start to hear how this starts to come together. I want a wave crash sound effect. The problem is a lot of times when I look up sound effects, I'll find like an hour of waves crashing. I don't need an hour. I literally need yeah, see, like, this one's 2 minutes and 11 seconds of waves. I have a pretty good resource of like royalty free stuff But it's not just like throw things together. It's a lot of work of editing it out and how do you want it to sound and like mimicking. So one of the things I'll do pretty often with waves or things like that, traffic, is I'll have ebbs and flows. Like you'll have like background traffic and then one car going by. Like you want the world space to sound 3D, if that makes sense. Like I know, weird. I'm weird, but oh well. Okay. I'm gonna take you. We're gonna drop you down to track 5. Shorten you because I. Let's go ahead and pop this in. Just oh, that's gonna be.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the actual waveform here, and I am going to add plot point. Make that go up. Go back down. You can see where I'm going with it. What does that start to look like? So the reason why we don't want to do necessarily stormy waves, which is a good idea, but it's because of the music. The ambiance of the music is where we want to carry the trepidation. We don't want the nature to necessarily be the trepidation. We want the ambiance of the music. Because you ever have like a day in your life where you're having a very normal conversation, it's a normal day, like it's sunny, it's bright or whatever, but you get that little feeling of, that's kind of what we're after.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide any longer.
Yeah. And then we are going to take the music on this and we are going to raise it just a little.
Come here, child. Sit down.
Right.
Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who.
Yeah, part of it is like you're sitting on a little rowboat with your granddad, like that sort of idea. It's dark, it's foggy, he's got his little lantern. So we are going to add a seagull into this. I do not need 35 minutes of seagulls. Perfect. 35 seconds of seagulls is better than 35 minutes. Yes. So remember, we're telling the story. We're building a world. Everybody right now that is listening to this can hear in their mind how this world is starting to come together, right? Like you with your imagination, you can envision this old hunchback sailor bringing his grandson, talking to him and saying, hey, we're not alone in this world, there's monsters, blah blah blah. And that's leading into the rest of Michael's performances, where a lot of what he's playing is very far out there, because that's one of the things we really wanted to focus on, is we really wanted to make sure all of his characters sounded unique. That was a really, really big thing that I was like, we wanted to sound unique. So you don't want 5 characters that all fucking sound the same on a demo. Like, okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these seagull sounds. You can see why I have so many tracks now. Up. Go up. Go up faster. Go up faster. But you can see why I have so many tracks.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves.
Okay, so I only want like, I'm gonna copy this. Because I want like 1 and then 1, 2 at the end.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are.
I need to drop this.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors.
There we go.
Once
Little
upon a
background.
time, wolves
Very minor.
walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide
I want this over here.
amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide any longer.
Okay, so this is, by the way, character 1. Like, literally to get that sound for a 12-second clip, look at how much work that is. That is 12 seconds, and that none of it is mixed and mastered. That's literally just... You can see why this takes me 8 to 10 hours of just assigning things. Like, we're an hour and a half in it, and like it when people I've had people go, oh, can't you do my demo for free? It takes me 40 to 50 hours on average to write, record, edit, build the demo, polish it up, get everything fixed, in addition to coaching you through how to do the demo. I charge like $500 for a demo, which is like $2,000 below the average in Los Angeles. Let me tell you a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. For a minute I thought you were saying, so listen up, here's a story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. Bow, 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 bow. I'm blue, dabba-dee, dabba-dow. Yes. So, but yeah, and like I charge comparatively very little. What I charge doesn't even pay for my time. It doesn't pay for my time. I do demos because I love doing them. I really do. I have had people get booked at very, very successful studios with my demos. But it is a little bit painful when people are like, yeah, will you do mine for free? And then I'm like, no, like it's my job. And they're like, oh, I can't pay. Then you aren't ready for a demo. You're not. You're not ready for, like, if you're not actively already booking work or at least auditioning, you're nowhere in the market. I should charge more, but I've done Lil Mac's demo, I've done Michael's demo, and the reason why I try to keep those prices low is I know what it's like to not necessarily start out, and I mean I know what it's like to start out in, but I know what it's like to not have $2,000 to $3,000 for a demo. I know what it's like, and I want to give people the opportunity to have a quality, top tier, professionally done product without them having to fucking break the bank in order to do it. Like, yeah, I could charge more, and maybe I should, but in some small way, it's my ability to give back to a community, my ability to give back and make things, the transition for other people, easier. So it's how I'm wired. I had to change my demo prices from $400 to $500, and I hated every minute of it. But unfortunately, due to rising costs in California, I didn't have an option. So, and I still offer a student discount.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts. There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades.
We're gonna take this volume slightly
Longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Okay,
Sit down.
so let's start working on this character. How do we want, let's start painting his picture, right? A little bit of a princely style character, a little bit more regal, very noble of him. He would lay down his life for his comrades. I'm thinking I really want like magic sound effects, like I really want good like casting magic sound. Let me see if I can find any good ones that I. Oh, that's a good ice spell. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. A lot. It's so good. It's so damn good. Let me just get that right on in here. That was magic effect number 2, I believe.
God damn.
God damn. So I'm gonna want to turn this down.
Sit down. Tea's been made. Lunch is in the oven. And the house is.
Okay, so it was this magic casting sound effect right here. So let's go ahead and pop you in, and then hold this back. It's back over here. Okay, let's give it a listen from here.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Okay, so we're actually hate when it does that. Can't come back. So I'm gonna go into here. I want the ice sound as well as, well, we'll fix that here in a second. But I want the ice sound as well as this, weirdly enough. So I want this coming in as like punchy. So can I split this? Okay. Split that.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. Hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
And what we're going to do is we're going to pop this in here, fade that.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
And I want like a big boom at that particular peak. Hopefully you guys will hear what I mean. But I'm gonna keep listening through a couple of these. That one's a little long. That's the one I used for Jenny's. I've heard this before. I used that one for Jenny's and it was so good. That's not too bad. I do want this like almost subsonic. I want like this deep rumble. That'll work. That will do it. Yeah, so far so good. Because I really want to just underscore that boom sound. I think it's going to be really solid. We're going to have to EQ the shit out of this. But I need this here, here roughly. I want this to kick in. I'm gonna drop this.
Then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. My comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Okay, that's not too bad. I think though, this one, I'm actually going to stand out. I want to use one of the different. I just don't know. What's this one at the end? Yeah, see that's too long. This one's not terrible. This one right. I think what we might do is take this. Back. We'll just shorten it.
And what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
slightly steeper drop off. A little bit on the.
If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Perfect.
Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing.
Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The guns hunting medicine put in dog with a clock is ready to rumble!
I
Your
love
prayers
that.
cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder!
Yeah. I'm gonna from the beginning.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's
Gonna
raining.
have like a fire crackle in there. Like a nice, you can feel that warmth. It's all about painting a picture. All about painting a picture. I fucking love this. This is so much fun. Here we only need like it's a 3-minute long sample of a fucking fireplace that I only need 10 seconds of. But
Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing.
Fine.
yeah. See, nice little warm fire ambiance. And then we've just got to get like a nice rainstorm. Right? Okay, so listen to that in combination with this.
Willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing.
Fine.
Telling you. What is your boy telling you? He is telling you that you can hear. You can literally hear how the story is being created. Michael, are you still here? I don't know if Michael's still here. He might have dipped. After this, I do have to get food. I haven't fucking eaten. Oops. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice little rainstorm in here. Fair job. Yeah, you should be sleeping. But yet you're over here with me.
Sit down, sit down. tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it!
Okay, so I need to pop over here. I need to take the fire down a little bit. The problem with fire and rain, ironically, in terms of sound effects, they actually sound really similar.
Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside.
So we want to. Got it. It has been a while.
Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago.
Mac, you playing Phasma with us today? Yes, you are. Excellent choice. Excellent choice.
Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the
Ha ha ha! Yes. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm after. Ha! Yes. Do it for me. Sugar on top. But I got work. So do I. And come on. Play. On, you know you love it. You're just a chicken. Like, you're just a chicken. Understandably so, but you a chicken. Okay, so where are we putting Mittens?
cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from.
Ah! Oh, that was so alive. Oh, it's like somebody stepped on the cat. Lordy.
Sky 2 days ago. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing.
Loud as me.
Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing.
And we're actually gonna scrunch you a little bit. Gonna make you slightly higher pitch.
Like 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine.
Hey, I've done that. I've done that a lot. Meow. Man. The smell of your sweet perfume. Ichia. Leader of Blue Pegasus. Those are my honey bun.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want.
I am a voice actor. I actually do a pretty good Christopher Guerrero, let me just say. I'm Lord Einzel Gone of the Great Tomb of Nosri. Alberto, how dare you? He also plays, of course, Ichia. Man. Smell of your sweet perfume. Oh! Never. Okay, anyways, I want to rehear this one again.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The God's hunting medicine put it down!
That is my favorite fucking spot. It's so good. It's so solid. Okay, so I need a gun cock sound effect. And I need like a good. Okay. That one should work, and then I can adjust how I want it to actually sound. I have done a lot of no sleep. Making you blush. I don't know what you're talking about. I actually got to break out like some really cool character voices today. It's super fun. It was really fun. Okay, so let's get this gun cock downloaded. Oh, what are you gonna do, YouTube? I said cock. Because this is on YouTube too. Like it's just out there for everybody to see. Okay, let's pop you in. Okay, I really want to get it right at that freaking break where I think it's right about here. No, right here.
Want to be like that? Then bring it! The God's hunting medicine!
It's so good. I'm dying.
Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The God's hunting medicine put it dog on the clock is ready to rumble!
Okay. I do want like some laboratory stuff. How is that a fucking laboratory? How is that the laboratory? Understand? That's a little more like it. Don't understand. Like, how was the fuck that previous one a laboratory? I mean, come on now. This doesn't make no sense. Just don't get it. Like, frankly, it's just one of those things where it says the words and you look at the words and you listen to the sound that the words are supposed to be and it just doesn't fucking add up. Frankly, I'm pissed. Now we good. Gun-toting medicine potent dog with a Glock is ready to rumble. Okay, we've got a little bit of Dr. Frankenstein, which we are going to drop right about, yeah, and then, okay, drop that sound. We really wanted to just be background audio.
Die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Mittens fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The God's hunting medicine put it dog on the clock! Ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The God's hunting medicine put it dog on the clock is ready to rumble!
I want the sound of glass break. But like good. Oh boy, the doc is going crazy in his laboratory again. Like, what the fuck we supposed to do about that? All of a sudden, the dude just starts throwing things, busting out the 9mm and just fucking going ham. I'm sorry. I'm having way too much fun with this. That is quite a good time, isn't it? I hope you guys are as entertained as I am. Because otherwise this could be like the most boring thing in the world, just watching me like click and drag and listen. So like, you gotta make it entertaining, right? Just to have yourself a good time. If you ain't willing to have yourself a good time and be like totally a fuck nuts on camera, then what are you even in this industry for? Because woo, they ask you to do it a lot. Hey. Okay, give me that sound of glass. So, doing a demo is like putting together a puzzle, but you have no fucking idea what the picture is, and you have to make your own puzzle shapes. Like, that's really what it's about.
From Sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun-toting man said put it stop on the clock is ready to rumble! Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder!
Hello there, Yaga. Hopefully you are doing well. Oh, hey man. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this overall level of progress. God, look at this. That's insane. And we still have to mix and master and do all the things, but I do this a lot. You'll hear me listen to it from the top over and over again because I want to make sure everything flows and that the sound levels stay pretty even.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. It just fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun-toting man said put it stop on the clock is ready to rumble!
Okay, so I need to drop the volume on that glass break just a touch. And I'm actually gonna buff the volume of that gun cocking sound.
Like that, then bring it! The gun-toting man said put it stop on the clock is ready to rumble! Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder!
It's so solid so far. Like, I mean, we're at about 52 seconds with about 2-ish characters to go. But yeah, what is this one again? Hang on.
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms, and one of those forms is the amount of pain you can endure. So show me that strength and willpower.
Ah, I do remember that. That's actually, this piece is really solid, but there's a couple of things that I gotta do to it. Let's things fast. Yes.
So many things.
Okay, so many things have changed. We're gonna put a single band compressor on here. I want a little.
Changed.
I want
This is the dawn of a new world.
that. Welcome to the gun show. Let's go ahead and let's do a club master.
One ruled by the strong.
Okay. That sounds a little bit weird, but don't worry, we will fix it. Apply that again.
So many things have changed.
Yeah. Nope. Control Z. That.
So many things have changed.
I need this.
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One rule.
I need to go in and get notch filter. Ice cream
By
truck.
the strong.
Kidding.
Strength takes many forms.
Strength tick da 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 da. No, I'm in the wrong things, aren't I?
And one of those forms is the amount of pain you can endure. So show me that strength and willpower.
C major chord triad. That's hilarious. I didn't need a notch filter. I needed a different one, but now I can't find you. I needed it. So I want a vocal enhancer.
So many things have changed.
Okay, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the overall volume of this down. So we're gonna apply it, which is gonna, of course, skyrocket the sound. Don't want. Analyze this. Okay. And nuke most of that opening.
So many things have changed.
But when we drop, it sounds a little crackly right now. Don't worry about that. When we actually drop the overall tone down.
Changed. This is the dawn of a
Thunder!
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes
We're gonna have
many
to
forms,
thicken up those
and one of
vocals
those
a little bit.
forms is the amount of pain you can endure. So show me that strength and willpower.
Yeah, we're gonna have to thicken those vocals. And in order to do that, here, and I really need.
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms, and one of those forms is the amount of pain you can endure. So show me that strength and willpower.
I'm gonna drop this to like anything.
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms, and one of those forms is the amount of pain you can endure. So show me that strength and willpower.
I'm gonna drop this to like -12.
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong.
Okay. Graphic equalizer in here. If that bears.
Strength takes many forms, and one of those forms is the amount of pain you can endure. So show me that strength and willpower. Strength takes many forms.
So I'm actually gonna take this and remove it entirely.
Strength takes many forms. So show me that strength and willpower.
Yeah. We're gonna cut that up a little bit.
The thunder!
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms. So show me that strength and willpower.
Let's see. What do we got? What do we got, guys? What are we looking at right here for that sort of like overall like strength tone? I'm thinking action.
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms. So show me that strength and willpower.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. We're gonna add some cool like swords. Swords, we're gonna add sword. we're gonna we've gotta doctor this up. Who you think you're talking to? We gonna make sure that this is chef's kiss. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah. So we're gonna take this. Okay. Oh, I need that. And this section up here. This is my music blend so far.
Bow! Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder!
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world, one ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms, so show me that strength and willpower.
Okay, let's actually take this because I want to get that little bit of punchy in there. So in order to do that, I gotta pull back a little. Zoom in. There, the top of the.
To the weak. Bow before the thunder!
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world.
I'm actually thinking about moving this entire one. In fact, I'm gonna do that. These sound a little too similar for my taste. So we're gonna take these, move the entire section over here to the right. That way I don't forget about them. We're gonna slot this one in instead.
The clock is ready to rumble!
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world, one ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms, so show me that strength and willpower.
Oh, I'm glad that you guys are having fun. Like I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous that people wouldn't have any interest in it. Like I was just gonna be sitting by myself for 2 hours and some change, like talking out loud about why I'm moving audio files around. So I'm glad that you are having fun.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for.
Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. It just fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun-toting medicine put in stock with the clock is ready to rumble!
So many things have changed.
I'm actually gonna take this one and I'm gonna buff Doc's just a touch.
It just fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun-toting medicine put in stock with the clock is ready to rumble!
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world, one ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms, so show me that strength and willpower.
I'm glad that you think that it's entertaining. It's a lot of work. Like when you hear, like if you hear my demos, which I still have open, like when you hear my demos, you don't realize like how much goes in to.
Oh, I see. You fancy yourself a swordsman, eh? Well then, why don't we put those skills to the test? You do know how to use one of these, right? Just watch my six and keep an eye out for Ravagers. We've got a long journey ahead of us. You ever been in a firefight before?
It's a lot of fucking work. Like, those opening sentences have like multiple, like, you're plugging in small little sounds that make or break the scene. And you don't want, like, you really want to avoid like your ambiance overwhelming your character. Like, you want your character to shine and be the focal point, but figuring out the balance of like things that would be going on in like a game or a movie or whatever, and figuring out how to fit the character in so the ambiance benefits without being too much, because you don't want nothing. Like, if you're playing a game where you're walking through a jungle, you'd expect to hear jungle sound. But if a character is talking, you have to know when to like dial things back a little bit. That's why you can see on like when I did the waves. Waves is a really good example of this. I made the audio waveform look like a wave, so that way it would flow in as the wave crashed and flow back out. So that way it's not just one solid fucking sound, right? Like, I want it to sound like it's a part of the world. So once again, now I lost my place, so I'm gonna listen to it from the top.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. It just fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun-toting medicine put in stock with the clock is ready to rumble! So many things have changed.
Oh, you've got nothing to apologize for, Castiel. You got nothing to apologize for. I do want a sword. A sword sound effect. That sucks. That's like swing. I want like a chunky sound. That sword swinging. I like that actually a lot. There's a lot we can do with that. It's got some good like ambiance tone in there. That, yeah. I've also done a lot of my own Foley. Like I've done where you hold something in front of a microphone and like I needed paper crumpled or something like that. I've done a lot of that. A lot of shit. Okay, let's get that sword sound in here. Let's kind of nail down where we want to put it.
This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong.
That was really loud. We got it. No worries. Get some
This
sleep,
is the dawn
Castiel.
of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms. So
Oh, I was gonna say it's like slightly cut off, and I need to know why.
of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms.
I'm actually gonna here. Still like weirdly a little cut off. That's okay. I think I can still make it work. So we'll just have to do a fade out and a fade in. Like so.
Ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms, so show me that strength and willpower. Strength takes many forms, so show me that strength and willpower.
Shoot. A little bit longer. I'm going to... Oh, this doesn't murder it.
Strength takes many forms, so show me that strength and willpower.
That's not bad. Yeah, I can live with that. Good night, Castiel. Sleep well. Sleep well.
Is there any Garambal? So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world, one ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms, so show me that strength and willpower.
Yeah, that's more solid. Okay. And then... Then I need to take this back here. What is this? These here.
So show me that strength and willpower.
Your prayers cannot save you. In this world, God doesn't listen to the weak. Bow before the thunder!
Okay. Then... You know, I don't love this piece as much. I really don't. And we're getting close to that time limit. So I might not actually use that.
They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity! I didn't choose to be this way! Garen, we're leaving tonight. Don't argue! Unless, of course, you're on their side. You're going to betray me too, aren't you? Rip me apart! All because I was born without divinity!
They tore off my wings! That's gonna be solid. Okay. So yeah, that puts us just over a minute, like minute and some change. Which is solid. I need like rage. Like angry. Can I find that? Where I think yeah.
Come here, child. Sit down. Let me tell you a story written by our ancestors. Once upon a time, wolves walked amongst men. Fearsome, bloodthirsty beasts.
There's no need to hide any longer. I know the truth of who you are and what you've come to do. If laying down my life protects my comrades, then that is a cause that I'm willing to die for. Sit down, sit down. Tea's been made, lunch is in the oven, and the house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. It just fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The God's hunting man said put in dog with a clock! Is there any Garambal? So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world, one ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms, so show me that strength and willpower. They tore off my wings!
Yeah, so I want like rage for that. Thanks for redeeming that hydrate. Sounds good? Okay, that's... So loud. I think that might work. Get like that angelic choir sound. They tore off my wings. Like, I think that could be solid. Look how much is in this already. So many little squiggles and it's a lot of work, y'all. It's a lot of fucking work. Okay. Let's get this merged. And I am gonna have to definitely
Tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity! Show me that strength and willpower! They tore off my wings!
Okay, so this is not as loud as I thought it would be. Oh, there it goes. Holy shit. It just took a while to catch up.
They broke my arms and tore off my wings! They broke my...
It's making your head hurt how it all works. And this is just, by the way, us putting the pieces of the puzzle together. We still got to go in and I've got to EQ everything. So I've got to make sure like the voices and stuff sound consistent. I then have to make sure that I have the music mixed to where I want it, the individual audio files mixed to how I want them. So like it's...
My arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity!
Actually, can I, with any luck, I'm actually going to do this in reverse. So I want this to hit and then fade out.
So show me that strength and willpower. They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity!
Okay. I need this in a little bit farther. I really want to merge these, and I'm gonna take this one, pop down the so
show me that strength and willpower. They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity! And willpower. They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity!
this, and we are very slightly.
Power. They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity!
That's pretty solid. We did nuke the thunder crack. But I might bring back some of those sound effects. But like we still have sounds to do for in here. Like we've got to flesh out the worlds, right? But I really I'm gonna hear it from here.
Lunch is in the oven, and the
Like-
house is nice and toasty. It's raining cats and dogs outside. It just fell from the sky 2 days ago. Poor thing. Fine. If they want to be like that, then bring it! The gun-toting man said put in dog with a clock is ready to rumble! So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms, so show me that strength and willpower. They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart!
Okay, this is a little bit choppy, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna very slightly move it this direction, both of them. Like I want this to actually finish out before
that strength and willpower. They tore off my wings! They
that's gonna get moved over. Then I want the fade in. Oh.
willpower. They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity!
We're gonna take this part, raise it slightly.
All because I was born without divinity!
That's pretty good. Okay, so now we gotta flesh out this world. This one right here. We've got that one sword sound effect, but we really want... Okay, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty solid. There's a couple of effects in that little that I think I might be able to utilize in that. Like, there's some solid freaking shit. Really get that, like, sort of battle sound kind of tossed in there. Gonna grab a couple of these. We're just gonna kind of see what fits.
Bow! So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms. So show me that strength and willpower.
Actually, I might just take that entire, like, fucking middle section. We're gonna merge it into here, just slightly. I'm gonna fade it out, but like.
Durambal! So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms. So show me that strength and willpower. They tore off my...
It's got like this just like world creation aspect to it that I love. But let's get a little bit more of this in the beginning and maybe a little bit less at the end.
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms. So show me that strength and willpower.
I like that a lot. That'll fit perfectly, that little section. We're gonna raise his voice up just a touch.
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms. So
I'm gonna take this section here and raise that as well, because it's got this like plant growth thing going on.
So many things have changed. This is the dawn of a new world. One ruled by the strong. Strength takes many forms. So show me that strength and willpower. They tore off my wings!
Okay, I'm not happy. Oh, nope. Don't do that. I'm not happy with this. I need a different thing for this. I love that piece. One of my favorites. Um, no. I like that a little bit better, I think. It's got like that dark choir feel. And it's really in that second dip. It's this right here.
They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity!
Oh. Go away. Go away. Leading into my stuff. What is this section?
Strength and willpower. They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity!
No, I do like the other part.
Strength takes many forms, so show me that strength and willpower. They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity!
That's not bad. Really pushing.
Willpower. They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity!
I need to get like microcosm in on here. Got that down right at the
Born without divinity!
minor scale.
They tore off my wings! They broke my arms and ripped me apart! All because I was born without divinity!
Yeah. Hmm. 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 Very hard to find. Okay, no worries. We might actually stop for the night. I still got other streams to do. I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. And a lot of what's after this, guys, just as a quick heads up, is like very minor. Like, let me tweak this over. Like, I zoom in this freaking far, and I will go, okay, I need this glass shatter effect to be here. Like, it's a lot of that. So, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. If you guys are interested in this stuff, let me know. I have a website you can go to, calebhacklervo.com. The demos I've produced. You can also hear stuff. Book me for classes if you're interested in that. Macaroni. I'm looking at you. But I actually need to get some food. I haven't eaten. And I'm starting to shake a little bit. So I'm gonna go grab some food. But thanks so much for hanging out with me. It was a ton of fun. I'm actually really glad that people enjoyed this. So I will be back later, probably with some Phasmo. If not, I'll figure something